Alright, so one of my friends is having a little bit of trouble working with her pendulum. So I decided that instead of typing out a bunch of things that may be misinterpreted or misunderstood, I thought I'd just make a video on it and just see how that works. Alright, so this is going to be like my first tutorial video that I've ever done, so bear with me. Okay, so this is going to be a pendulum overall kind of video. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I have a list of notes that I need to go through, but I'm going to try to work with it. Okay, so first off, finding your pendulum. You can go to a crystal shop or order online, but always remember that you can make one at home just as easy. You can take 6 inches of cord or anything that can be looped around with something on it, and you can take a ring and pretty much make your own pendulum at home. It's very easy. It takes little to no time, and it works because it's not the pendulum that's doing the magic, it's your body. Also, before we move on, the way you cleanse a pendulum during readings or in the middle or after or whenever is you take and you create a little circle with your thumb and the tips of one of your left hand's fingers, and you're going to encompass the string basically, and you're going to pull it down. And what you're doing is you're going to visualize all the negative energies coming off of the pendulum and getting stuck on your hand, and then you're just going to wave your hand off, and then it's going to go away. It's going to go away and it's going to turn into positive energies. You never want to have negative energies left over. But that's what you're going to do. So we're going to cleanse the pendulum. Just going to take all the negative off. And then we're going to move on. So once you have your pendulum, you're going to want to test it out. You're going to want to find out what is your yes, what is your no, what are your other answers. So I'm going to go through that real quick and then we'll get to the other stuff. You're going to want to pick up your pendulum and you're going to want to hold it. First off, if you pick it up and you hold it in a comfortable position right away, go with it. Don't do something just because somebody else does it or says it's the right way. I'm just going to show you how I hold it. I take and I grab this little thing, I'll just call it the holder, and I hold it right here in between my index and my thumb. And then, actually it's on my index, my middle finger and my thumb. And then I push my index forward against one of these little balls, and that way I can hold it still. But what you're going to want to do is, after you figure out how you're going to hold it, you're going to want to get on a place where you can hold your arm still. Like I'm sitting down, got my legs crossed, I got my elbow digging into my knee, and then it's on the table. Always remember that what's happening when you're using a pendulum is your higher self is taking control of your, basically using your muscles to make little waves to move the pendulum. Okay? That's what's going on. It's like a lot of people say, oh, you're moving the pendulum. I can see your fingers moving. I can tell that you're moving it yourself. That's exactly what's going on. It's not an outside force, it's an inside force that is moving the pendulum. But once you understand that, it can go a whole lot easier. Because what you're doing is you're allowing your higher self, or spirit guides, or whatever, to take control and give you the answers that you're searching for. And using a pendulum basically unlocks your higher unconscious, and it allows you to communicate with it. But anyways, I'm going to get to this stuff. You're going to hold your pendulum, you're going to make sure it's still, and what you're going to do is you're going to ask it, give me a yes. And you're not going to think about it giving you a yes, you're just going to think about yourself being in a very quaint little secluded area, and you're just going to keep saying, give me a yes, give me a yes, give me a yes. Like right now, I'm picturing me at my meditation spot down by the river, just as calm as can be. You're not thinking about the pendulum, you're not thinking about the answer, you're thinking about that spot, okay? And see, it's giving me my yes, which is a counterclockwise motion. Yours can be a forward to back, a left to right, or a clockwise motion. It can be anything. It is yours, okay? Make sure to write it down, like I'm talking about it going front to back. Stop. Okay, that was weird. Anyways, after you get that written down and understand which motion is your yes, you're going to ask it, give me a no. And you're just going to sit here, and you're going to go back to that place, and you're just going to think, not about the pendulum, not about the question, and you're just going to keep saying it. You're just going to keep saying it, give me a no, 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 give me a no. Give me a no. It's taking a little bit of time. It's being a little shy. Just give me a no. Okay, it's not going to be giving me a lot of hard and strong answers, I can already tell that. But my no is a clockwise motion, as you can see. Anyways. The next question we ask the pendulum is, give me an I don't know. The reason being is sometimes your higher unconscious might not know. You know, it might be a too specific question about somebody else, and there's no way that it could possibly know the answer, so it needs to have a way of communicating that. So mine is a left to right. Yours can be, again, anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask it, give me an I don't know. And you're just going to go back to that place, back to that smooth river, listening to the water flowing. Give me an I don't know. Listening to the water flowing. Give me an I don't know. The cool breeze brushing against your neck. Give me an I don't know. See? You just have to encompass yourself in that area, and it can be anything. You can be in a freaking desert, you can be on a mountaintop, you can be inside the ocean, you can be swimming, it's literally anything. You just need to be very relaxed and comfortable when you are there, because your body needs to be relaxed. Not just your mind, but your body. And then your higher self, your higher unconscious, will give you the answer through the pendulum. Now we're going to go to the next one. You're going to ask it to give you a I don't want to answer. And the reason being is because sometimes you don't need to know the answer to some of the questions you might ask. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to say, give me an I don't want to answer. Give me an I don't want to answer. And you're just going to go to that place. You're going to surround yourself by nature, or whatever it is that soothes you. And you're just going to keep asking. Give me, and I do not want to answer. Show me what it is that you will show me when you do not want to answer. Give me, and I don't want to answer. Give me, and I don't want to answer. Alright, it's not going to give that too strong of an answer now. But anyways, you get the gist. So you've got all your answers written down, and you're just going to cleanse the negativity off of it, okay? Simple. You're going to thank it, and you're just going to put it back in your palm. Where you want to store your pendulum. Generally, you don't want to leave it with your other crystals. You want to leave it in its own very specific little pouch. Or you can leave it out in the open, like on a windowsill or wherever you feel comfortable leaving it. What I do is I leave it in a little black pouch, and I take that pouch and I leave it in my windowsill. Alright, so one of the great things that you can do with a pendulum is you can cleanse your chakras. Now, you don't have to have details on the pictures themselves. Okay, you don't have to have details on the pictures themselves, but I just figured I'd draw them on and laminate it just because. All you really need is a 2x2 square of the color of the chakra. Okay, you're going to want to get 7, you're going to want to get red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white, representing all the 7 chakras that are the basic ones. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the pendulum back up, and I'm just going to give you an example. And you're going to hover it over the little square, and you're going to imagine your root chakra. This is the red, so this stands for the root chakra. You're going to imagine the root chakra glowing bright red, and you're going to go back to that place, and you're going to start asking the pendulum questions. Does this chakra need to be balanced? Does this chakra need to be balanced? And you can already see it's telling me that it does. So what you're going to do, you're going to get it back over the square, and you're going to ask it to balance and cleanse the chakra. Please balance and cleanse my root chakra. And you're just going to go to that place, and you're just going to let the pendulum do what it does. Deep breaths. Generally, when it stops, that means its work is done. And you're going to want to thank it after every chakra. And that's how you're going to cleanse your chakra every time. Now, it might go different ways, and when it goes small circle to big circle, it means that your chakra was closed and it needs to be open. And when it goes to really wide to very small, that means it's closing the chakra. Next, which I do not have one of these, but I'm going to talk about pendulum boards. There's sites you can go to that will give you a free download, and you can print out a pendulum board, which will have letters, numbers, and then a center for your yes, no, I don't know, and I don't want answers. And the way you use it is you hold the pendulum like this, and you can ask it a wider variety of questions, like, what is my name? And it'll say Tyler. My name's Tyler. So it'll start with T, and let's say T's over here. It'll just start swinging up there and point you to that letter. But that's how a pendulum board will work when you do get them. Okay, so another thing you can do with pendulums is you can use stones for your readings. Right here I have a fluorite pendant, or fluorite palm stone, and basically what you do is you pick up your pendulum like you normally hold it, and then you just balance it over the stone. And this seems how the pendulum is made out of stone, or crystals. It picks up on the energies of the crystal in your palm, and it makes it a whole lot more effective. And yeah, like, see, it's already wanting to move. So let's ask it a question. Is my name Tyler? Is my name Tyler? See? It's giving me a big answer. And that's what you like to see. You can use pretty much any stone you want, really. It's like working with a magnet. Like, this is made out of stone, or crystal. I keep saying stone, sorry. This is a crystal, this is a crystal. Put two and two together, you get lots of energy. When you want to cleanse your pendulum, it's basically like cleansing a crystal, which this is made out of a crystal, a stone. So you'd cleanse it the same way, but even if it was made out of like a ring and some string, you'd want to cleanse it. And typical ways of doing that, you can burn sage, and just 3 circles with the sage and visualization. You can sprinkle salt on it. You can run it through some water, but make sure the crystal that you're using, if it is a crystal, it does not get affected badly by water. I really just use the smudging, and you can even take incense, like you can buy sage incense or sandal incense or Palo Santo incense, and you light the incense, and oh my god, I keep saying incense. You light the stick, and you blow it out so that it's smoking, and you just use it like you would a sage thing, and it works exactly the same. You use visualization, and one of the things I like to do is for charging, I leave it in my windowsill under a strong moon, such as full moon, waxing moon, new moon, waning moon. Anyways, leave it in there, but I surround the string around my... Here we go! I surround it around this, and that's how I've set it up when I do the window charging. And what it does is it charges it with the powers of the moon. And this being selenite works really well with moon powers. So when you put 2 and 2 together, just perfect charging. And when you pick it up after it's been charged, you want to give it a intention. Basically, just hold it in your hands and with the visualize the intention of it giving you clear and truthful answers. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up for pendulums. If you're just beginning, I recommend that you spend at least 1 week playing with it, as in getting the yes, no, I don't know, and I don't want to answers, and do it first thing in the morning and last thing at night, and then in between, just whenever you have the spare time. Make sure to have your pendulum on you as much as possible. Just build a bond with it, because the closer you are to your pendulum, the better you can get your answers and the better your divination will be. So I hope this has helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.